Hey, welcome to CK's Mom and Dad's Kitchen. I'm over at my parents' house because it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, right? We're going to make a pot roast because that's my present because I'm cheap. It's a pandemic. I can't shop. So we're going to have a pot roast and that's going to be Father's Day present, pot roast. So I got a meat and I got we'll go through it as we go. This is not going to be teaching you how to do it. It's going to be too complicated. It's not complicated, but it's complicated. In any case, what we're going to do is we're going to start by, I've got a mix of spices and herbs here. This is kosher salt, seasoned salt, parsley, rosemary, and thyme, and celery salt, and black pepper. That's what I got in here. I'm going to use that as a rub, and I'm going to rub it down on the meat, rub it in all the nooks and the crannies, like the Thomas's English Muffin commercial, and then I'm going to just like sear it. I'm going to sear it on all the sides, and then we'll get to the next stage of cooking. So, here we go. Pre-made rub in my house because my mother ain't got any of the spices and herbs that I use. She got herbe de Provence. So I guess I could have used herbe de Provence. And it really doesn't make a difference what you use because we're making this up. A lot of this is, hey Ma, what did you have in the house? And that's what we're using for a lot of the things, you know? Like Ma's got kitchen bouquet, so we're throwing kitchen bouquet in. Why not? You know, it's Mom's got it. We're gonna make this with sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, and carrots and onions. Because those are the vegetables that Pop likes. And Pop likes it. Pop says, getting it for Father's Day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that's my herb rub there. Okay. Now I'm going to go prep the Instant Pot. Alexa, stop. You hear that sound? That means that I have been searing one side of my my meat for like I don't know, minute and 45 seconds. I don't know. What kind of meat is this? Ma, what kind of meat is this? Chuck. She's whispering, but it's chuck. So I got like 3 pounds of chuck, and I just let it brown for like, it's gonna get 2 minutes. Sear a little bit on one side. Come over here. Take a look, CK. I'm gonna flip it over in the Instant Pot. It's gonna be beautiful. See the sear? Look at that brown. That's a Maillard effect. What a Maillard effect is, it means that while you were searing, a duck came in there and he browned it for you. It's like a magic duck. Maillard, the magic French duck, browned it. It's a beautiful thing. So watch this. Alexa, give me a 1 minute and 42 second timer.
1 minute and 42 seconds. Starting now.
Beautiful thing. Okay, we're gonna let the meat sear for 1 minute and 42 seconds, and we'll see how we're doing. Then we're gonna pull the meat out and go to stage 2. But you, it's just a dissolve. Alexa, stop the alarm. Okay, it's been about long enough to get it some nice color on the other side of the meat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the meat out of the Instant Pot so I can put the onions in the Instant Pot and cook the onions. Thinking. And look how rare that is because it ain't cooked. I mean, the meat is still raw on the inside. It's just got a nice browning to it just to get us started. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to carefully measure some butter and put it in there, right? I was throwing that out of the trash can. And now I got a spatula. I'm going to move the butter around a little bit in here. There's a lot of crud on the bottom. It's called crud is the technical term for the meat and spices that burned off. I'm going to add some onions to the butter and the crud. And what's going to happen is, over the next, Alexa, set a 2-minute timer.
2 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Over the next 2 minutes, we're going to soften the onions, and the butter is going to help bring some of that crud up and turn that crud, fond, if you're going to be fancy, into flavor. It turns crud into flavor. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to give it like 2 minutes, and then I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Maybe cook another minute with the Worcestershire sauce. and then we'll be ready to go to the next stage of our cooking process. I'm just gonna get some of the crud off here while you wait for the dissolve. Clarence, you got your wings! Oh, Alexa, stop. Okay, so the onions have been cooking for like 2 minutes. They're getting a little color. They're starting to. Like I said, they need some more time, but most of the crud fond has come up, so that's a good thing. Because that's what's going to burn if you don't bring it up nice. And it's all the flavor, because it's all the herbs that was on the meat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Leon Paulin, and I'm going to add like a, I don't know, tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. I don't measure shit. Tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. And a dash. Okay, this is normally the stage of the cooking where one would add some delightful garlic for a minute or so to saute with the onions. But Pop, do you like garlic?
No.
No, Pop don't like garlic. Pop eats salami like it's going out of style and it's like 80% garlic, but he don't like garlic. So we ain't gonna make up. You may remember from earlier videos, if he knows what's in the food, he won't eat it. Since he can see me cooking, this can't have garlic. If he didn't see me, it would have garlic. And there would have been garlic powder in my rub, but there wasn't because there's him, so I didn't do it. I love you, it's Father's Day, I'm not gonna sneak the garlic in like I normally do and you say it's great. Okay, we're doing great. Okay, I'm gonna wash the Worcestershire out of my eyes, and we'll be back in a second. Hey, how we doing? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the trivet in on top of the onions, right on top of the onions. I'm not gonna worry about it being flat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my meat. Hey, Ma, how you doing? I'm grabbing the meat. Look, Ma's here. I'm grabbing the meat. And I'm just gonna put it right down on there. Nicely in there. We got some meat on top of the trivet. Now it's important that it's on top of the trivet, not because it can't be on the onions, but because now I can use the handles of the trivet to get the meat out later. Thinking ahead. There'll be some wine we had from a wine tasting, me and Peg, and we had some leftover wine. So we're gonna just pour that right over the meat. And right in there. It's a little Merlot from Virginia. So if you're in the Shenandoah Valley, try Cross Keys. You can make a stew.
Oi, it's Krotsky's Vineyard already.
Okay, vineyard. It's a vineyard with a winery, whatever. Now I'm gonna put like 2 cups of beef stock. And you know I normally use like a little concentrate, but Ma's got beef stock, so we're using what Ma's got, right? That's what you do during a pandemic. You use what you got. So I'm gonna put that in there. She was like, put it all in, use it all. I'm like, it'll take 6 hours to come to temperature. We're gonna also put in a little bit of kitchen bouquet. Kitchen bouquet. We're gonna put this in because Ma said put it in. I was like, Ma, we're not browning nothing. It's browning sauce. She pointed out, browning and seasoning sauce. Who knew? I've been seasoning this whole time. So we're going to put a little seasoning sauce right in here. Not a lot, because it don't take a lot. Oops, that was a lot. This thing spills a lot faster than you think it will. This may have been a mistake, taking this out. We're going to put a little San Marzano crushed tomatoes in here, or whole tomatoes. They're whole tomatoes. Just going to put them right in. And a little tomato sauce. And we're going to let those just do their thing. They're going to break down. So I'm just going to move them off the top of the meat to make some room. Because now we got our vegetables for the pot roast. So what we do is for the veggies, the carrots, the potatoes, anything like that, is look here. We're going to put them in foil because otherwise they'll kind of disintegrate inside the pressure of the pressure cooker. So now they can handle the pressure better because they're protected by foil. I'm just going to jam that in there. I mean, it can be in there tight. I'm good. I got some sweet potato. I'm going to do the same thing for it because Pop likes sweet potato. Mom had sweet potato. Pandemic rules. We're doing it. Yeah, that just fits in about perfect. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say we're done. I'm going to take the top. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to make sure it's in sealing position. And then through the magic of camera, it's going to dissolve and you're going to be looking at the front of the thing. What we're going to do is we're going to cancel the saute mode that's been keeping it all hot. We're going to hit pressure cook, and we're going to put this up to a super high 30, nope, nope, 40, nope, an hour. We're setting it for an hour. After that hour, we're gonna, that's an hour at pressure. It's gonna take 10-15 minutes to get the pressure. Then we're gonna let it have like 15 minutes of what we call the natural release. And that means just let it release naturally. Don't touch it. And then after that point, we'll take the veggies out, we'll take the meat out, and you'll see. Just All right, here's what we're gonna do. It's 15 minutes after a slow release, after an hour cooking. So this thing that comes with it is useless for 99.73% activities, but it's got a hole there that's perfect for grabbing that and turning it without getting burnt. So we ain't getting steamed here. We'll let that go. It'll take about a minute or two, and then do the magical film dissolve. The next stage we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up now that all the steam's come out. Get rid of some hot water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove those tin foil packets we made. We're gonna burn ourselves while we're doing it. But that's the price you pay for food. You gotta burn yourself sometimes. Just gonna move them over here into a colander. Move my potatoes over here. And my carrots. And we're gonna get back to this in a minute, but first I gotta deal with this thing in here. Take a look in here. Okay, I'm gonna use the trivet. Like I said before, we're gonna use this to get it out. Oh, we're losing the meat. We're losing goddamn meat. So fall apart that we're losing it. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cool, but meanwhile I'm gonna deal with this. So I'm turning it back into saute mode. I've got 3 tablespoons of potato starch here. And Ma doesn't like cornstarch, she likes potato starch. So gonna mix it with 3 tablespoons of water. Gonna mix this up. And we know what this is called, right? Everybody say it with me. A slurry. Mix the slurry up here. We mix it so it goes from cement to liquid. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour the slurry into the liquid here and mix it up as we go. We're gonna mix it as we go. We're gonna mix it as we go. Mixing it, and this is gonna thicken up the liquid into more of a sauce. So we're gonna let it on a boiling kind of simmer while we mix it. Oh, if you could smell what I could smell, you would smell what I'm smelling. Now I'm gonna see if I can get the veggies into the liquid without killing myself. That's the main thing here. Don't burn me. Potatoes is in. Carrots is in. You hear me? Carrots is in. You heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's sweet potatoes. Now see, the foil protected them because in the pressure cooking for an hour, those vegetables would probably be mush. You know, maybe they wouldn't be mush. Maybe they would survive. But I ain't gonna find out. I ain't brave enough to find out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the boiling. And it's going to keep warm, just to keep it warm, while I go deal with the meat. All right, so I chopped the meat up into presentable meat portions that like are edible in a stew, right? Because, you know, none of us are going to eat a 3-pound chunk of meat in one bite. Well, Vincenzo might, but most of us would not do that. So I'm putting these chunks back in. They're not bite-sized, well, not by any means. They're still big, meaty chunks, but they're pot roasty sized big meaty chunks, you know? Some people do nice thin slices. We are a chunk family. So, I'm gonna mix it in here with my carrots and my potatoes and my thickened sauce. Look at that, it's like silk, liquid silk that is there. And you can't tell me that is not a most amazing, perfect looking pot roast. All right, Pop, it's time to try this. So this is maybe half of what was in the Instant Pot. Put it onto a plate.
Take a little bit.
It's just
Take a bissel.
this one.
I want to get a little bit, some of the meat.
I'll try a little meat. See how Pop likes the meat.
Hot.
But that's, we cooked it.
Very nice.
All right, so happy Father's Day, Pop. You got, this is all yours. The rest of us ain't gonna eat nothing. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Very nice.
CK, how do you let me forget? I'm wearing my Father's Day present from CK. Yeah, she gave me a shirt. She's what is she? She's a brat, but she's funny and she's smart and she's pretty. She's all those things. That's my CK. She's all those things.